I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record News Watch. A company that does business in Ulster County will be making improvements to a park in Kingston, part of a settlement for some illegal dumping that occurred 5 years ago. County officials, along with state DEC representatives, gathered this morning at Forsyth Park to announce details of the settlement with Callanan Industries. The company admitted to illegally dumping construction and demolition debris into a large pit along the Hudson River back in 2005. That material had been brought up from a site in Brooklyn. Callanan will pay a $10,000 fine and will have to provide $40,000 to make parking lot improvements at Kingston's Forsyth Park. And they'll have to put another $40,000 into an escrow account to ensure that the work gets done. The agreement with the state DEC ends 5 years of negotiations. Callanan officials say they'll remove the dumped debris by the summer. The parking lot project will be started in the coming weeks. Reporter Adam Bosch will have further details in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. Relatives of the young children killed last week at the Newburgh waterfront gathered this afternoon at the scene of the crime for a tearful birthday observance for the youngest victim. Today would have been Linnea Pierre's first birthday. Her aunt and others released balloons and sang happy birthday in her memory. Linnea and two of her older brothers drowned when her mother, LaShondra Armstrong, drove their van into the Hudson River. Funeral services for the four will be held tomorrow in Spring Valley. A highway construction company is crying foul over bidding procedures used by the state DOT involving the reconstruction of exit 122 on Interstate 86 Route 17 in the town of Wallkill. Officials with Lancaster Development of Schoharie County say since their low bid was rejected, the project will cost $4.5 million more than it should. The company wants the state comptroller's office to investigate. State DOT officials say Lancaster didn't sign a project labor agreement requiring the company to use union employees. A Lancaster spokesman said the state's position could force companies with non-union employees out of business. Ulster County Sheriff's Deputy James Mullen was expected to be back on duty today. He's the officer who shot and wounded a fleeing suspect last Friday following a high-speed motor vehicle chase and a struggle in the city of Kingston. 28-year-old Raymond Snyder of Kingston remains in intensive care at Albany Medical Center. He's expected to face charges that include reckless endangerment, resisting arrest, and unlawful fleeing of a police officer. An Ulster County grand jury will review details of the case to determine if Deputy Mullen's actions warrant any criminal charges. Two men from upstate Broome County were arraigned in Orange County Court this morning on felony drug charges. Bail was set at $150,000 each for 41-year-old Stephen Ishlar of Johnson City and 40-year-old Brian Parks of Castle Creek. They were charged with felony drug possession after their car was pulled over along Route 17 in the town of Blooming Grove March 5th. Officers say in the car with them was 13 ounces of crack cocaine. And funeral services were held this morning at St. Francis Church in Newburgh for Bill Leahy, the longtime Orange County legislator and former chairman who died Saturday. He was 70 years old. Those who worked with Leahy described him as a dedicated public servant whose service to the community also included 11 years on the Newburgh School Board, 12 years as a New Windsor Town Councilman, and 13 years in the Orange County Legislature. According to New Windsor Supervisor George Green, Leahy saw public service as his duty. We are looking forward to a day of sunshine tomorrow after days of clouds and rain. It will be on the cool side, though, with temperatures struggling to reach 60 degrees under a mostly sunny sky. We will have sunshine, then clouds will be on the increase for Friday. By afternoon, the clouds move in, with the highs again around 60 degrees. Get all the news in tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record, and stay in touch with breaking news here at Record Online. For Record News Watch, I'm Tracy Baxter.